The sky was her limit until everything went south. If you think Oma was innocent, comment, agree, like and subscribe for more.
Long ago, in the village of Ngozi, the cock crowed with pride each morning, and the market square sang with the laughter of women balancing baskets of peppers, fish, and yams. Under the great Iroko tree, elders shared kola nuts and wisdom, while children played in the dust, chasing each other with bare feet. In that village lived a maiden named Oma. Her beauty was spoke of far and wide. Her skin shone like palm oil in the sun. Her eyes were as calm as the village river, and her laughter was sweet, like water poured into a calabash. But more than her beauty, she carried kindness in her hands, helping the old, guiding the young, softening even the hardest hearts. Oma had 3 close friends, Adaeze, Ifunanya, and Ngozi. Together they fetched water from the stream, pounded yam in the evenings, and danced under the moonlight when the drums of Ngozi called. Among them, Adaeze was the closest. She and Oma shared secrets, laughter, and dreams. But in Adaeze's heart, a quiet seed of envy had begun to grow. For while all 4 of them were maidens, it was always Oma who drew the eyes of men. As the elders say, when one leaf is greener than the rest, the goat always chooses its first. One afternoon, after the girls had gone to the market to sell palm oil, a young man stopped them on the narrow path home. He was tall, with bright eyes, and a basket of kola nuts slung over his arm. Adaeze's heart leapt. She had admired him from afar for many moons. She thought at last he would notice her. But the young man's eyes did not rest on Adaeze. They found Oma. "Maiden," he said, bowing slightly, "I have seen you at the stream. My heart has refused to rest. I wish to know you better." Oma blushed, lowering her gaze. She thanked him politely, but gave no promise. Adaeze forced a smile, but her chest burned. She walked the rest of the way home in silence. That night, as the cricket sang, she whispered bitterly to herself, "The yam that grows too fast will not wait for the one beside it." From that day, Adaeze's envy grew. She still laughed beside Oma, still walked to the stream with her, still sat close in the moonlight dances. But behind her eyes, jealousy sharpened itself like a hidden blade. And while Oma wrestled silently with another kind of darkness, her closest friend was already turning into an enemy. In the daylight, Okonkwo, Oma's uncle, was a respected elder. He spoke loudly at village meetings and wore the air of a man the ancestors favored. But behind closed doors, his eyes followed Oma like a hawk chasing a chick. At first, it was small things, a hand resting too long, a gaze lingering too deep, words of praises meant for a lover, not a niece. Oma felt uneasy, but kept silence. But silence is not safety. In the nights, when the moon hid behind the clouds, Okonkwo forced himself on her, again and again, until Uncle broke the hymen. She did not enjoy it. She did not understand it. She only trembled and cried. Yet, she told no one. For who would believe her? The elder whom the village respected, or the maiden whose beauty already drew whispers? One evening, seeking firewood, Oma entered Okonkwo's hut and froze. Inside were cowries arranged in circles, a clay pot oozing dark liquid, carvings drawn in chalk. At the center, Okonkwo chanted into a calabash of feathers and blood. "Spirits of the night, bind her beauty, bind her laughter, let no man have her but me." Oma gasped. Okonkwo sprung around, his eyes blazing. "What did you see?" he thundered. "Nothing, uncle," she stammered. "Only firewood." He raised a charm wrapped in red cloth. "Speak of this, and even your shadow will abandon you." Oma fled, her heart pounding like festival drums. She laid awake that night, whispering through tears, "If a bird stays too long on the rope, both the bird and the rope will suffer. How long can I endure this?" Meanwhile, Adaeze watched her friend grow pale and silent, but instead of pity, she thought perhaps this is the price of always shining too bright. The night came when Okonkwo pressed too far. Under a swollen red moon, he cornered Oma in his hut. His chest was bare, charms tied to his neck, his breath hot with palm wine and smoke. "You cannot escape me," he growled. "The spirit has spoken. You are mine." "Uncle, please," Oma cried with tears in her eyes. "This is not right. Release me." But Okonkwo grabbed her, chanting words that twisted like snakes. In desperation, Oma's hand found the heavy pistol beside the fire. She swung wildly, only to free herself. A sickening thud, Okonkwo fell. Blood spread across the floor. The charms scattered. Silence filled the hut. Oma dropped the pistol, trembling, her hands stained red. Outside, voices rose. Neighbors had heard the noise. Soon, the hut filled with shouts. "Okonkwo is dead! Mother!" Women wailed. Men seized their torches and sticks. Children were gathered away, frightened. The whole village poured into the night. And among them was Adaeze. She did not defend Oma. Instead, she whispered to others. She always thought herself above us. Perhaps the spirit has judged her. Her words spread quickly, fanning the crowd's anger like harmattan wind on dried grass. Soon, the chants began. "Find her! Find her! Oma! Oma!" The villagers' torches lit up the forest paths, swaying the restless spirits. Oma, with blood on her hands, ran into the forest. Branches tore her skin. Thorns scratched her legs. Her breath was ragged. Her eyes blinded with tears. "I did not mean it," she sobbed. "I only wanted to be free." But the forest gave no answer. Only the hoot of the owl echoed in the dark.
Oma slowly walked into the river and dipped herself in it, from her feet to her head. If you wish to see Oma again, please subscribe to my channel.